Yeah, yeah. Let's do.
And in 2 weeks, I feel like I haven't seen a lot that I felt like talking about. But I did just grab a few things here. Want to get your thoughts on, because me and you we talk, but I try not to talk too much about topic things because I like to keep them for the old show here.
Right.
But our conversation every time we talk is always about Clash of Clans. So it doesn't really fucking matter.
It is now. It is these days.
Yeah, every day after work I call you when we talk Clash of Clans talk strategy and everything. Um, so let's get into it.
All right.
So Sony said, I think this might have been last week. Horizon, the new Guerrilla Games game, um, they say that has a bigger budget than the Last Guardian. Now I found this interesting. I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I know Horizon is a first party game. Oh, actually, so is the Last Guardian. But
Right.
Guerrilla is a proven studio, but so is the studio doing the Last Guardian. It just escapes me right now who's making that game. Um,
Who? The Last Guardian or Horizon?
Last Guardian.
Yeah, I don't know.
So but it was surprising because so much time has been spent on the Last Guardian, and it seems like they're putting so much into it. They think it's going to be the big game, the big IP for them. It was surprising to hear that Horizon has a bigger budget than they do.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think even Sony's given up on the Last Guardian.
I really doubt that. It's coming out.
So they say.
Yeah. I guess really the thing is I wonder how much bigger. I mean, like it's a lot bigger or just like a small amount bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Guerrilla Games, and they're the ones who did Killzone.
Yeah. Well, they're proven with Sony. Like they can move units.
It looks like the developer is SCE Studios Japan.
Okay, Japan Studios. Okay. And that's what I had an inclination it was, but I wasn't sure.
But I mean, well, what I'm saying is though, Guerrilla Games has a huge budget, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Horizon say that they have a bigger budget than Last Guardian, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, well, it seems to me. I mean, I guess it's all based on the type of game. Also, Horizon is supposed to be this big, sprawling, open world adventure.
Hmm.
Last Guardian, from what I can tell, I really don't know much about it because it doesn't interest me too much. It's
Right.
probably just gonna be a straightforward action adventure game.
Right.
You know, has a linear story where Horizon doesn't, and that's probably where it would be sucking up any of the money, the resources to go into an open world game. It's obviously going to be much bigger than a linear type game. So I
Yeah,
guess
I mean, I'm telling you, they're. I think Sony is looking at Horizon as,
they're big IP.
yeah, well, as the Monster Hunter competitor,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. I mean, that game is huge, huge, and I just think that they're looking to compete with that, and to do that, they're going to have to dump a ton of money into it.
Right. Well, hearing thoughts from behind closed doors, apparently Horizon is a very expansive and very big game, and so I'm sure there's plenty of money being dumped into it.
But also, it's going to be multiplayer, probably.
You think so? I don't think it will be.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Really, an open world RPG but multiplayer?
No, not quite like that. It'll be like Monster Hunter, where you can team up with people to take down big monsters.
See, I never played Monster Hunter, so I have no idea.
Yeah, there's like it's a community.
I know very little about it.
There's a lot of like single player stuff, but most of it is based online, where you have like a base or a village, and then you can like team up with people to go out and take these things down.
Okay,
And
okay,
so just being multiplayer gives it a bigger budget than Last Guardian.
okay. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. I'm,
And it's by Guerrilla Games, and I mean, I can't imagine them doing something that doesn't have multiplayer.
I guess I mean, you never know. I mean, they're doing something different now. I mean, they're a first person shooter house, and now they're making an open world RPG. I mean, you never know. They could be just dropping multi. Because I'd hate to see multiplayer tacked on just because.
No, Monster Hunter is a big part of it.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see from both games
Hmm.
how they
Yeah, I'm
turn out.
definitely excited to see more of
Horizon.
Horizon.
Yeah,
Yeah, not so much less cartoon.
I would agree.
Yes.
So, someone has made Mario with Unreal Engine 4, which is free to use for anybody. Unreal Engine 4 is.
Mhm.
And I'm really upset I didn't write down the fellow's name that made it. It's on his YouTube channel. You can just search on YouTube. It'll go right to his page. I remember it started with an A. But so he's just, as far as I can tell, he doesn't work in the industry. He just is a very creative and smart young man that
Essentially, yeah.
yeah knows how to code and whatnot. And so he made Mario in the Unreal Engine 4. And so if you watch the video, it goes through him in different kind of settings. Some are like the very super realistic, which by the way look really good.
Really good.
And then he changed over and says, "Oh, well, if you don't like this realistic shit, here's the more Mario type world," and he puts it in that.
Yeah, still running the Unreal Engine.
Right, still in Unreal Engine. My question was, is this something that you would like? Would you like to see a Mario game made in the Unreal Engine? If say Nintendo came off their shit and said, "Hey, yeah, let's do it. Let's make it in the old Unreal Engine." Obviously, it's not going to run on a Wii, but would you want to see it on from what you saw? Would you want to see a Mario game using Unreal?
I don't know. I mean, it definitely upped the level of detail tremendously
Yeah,
watching that video, but I don't know if I care enough about it.
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of torn on the thing. Mario looks a certain way, and looking at the video, it looked really good. What he made, it looked really good. It was basically just
Right.
it was basically just the world that we've seen Mario in all these years, but better. Shinier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because of UE4. Um, but do I want to see it that way? I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's almost like those movies that you watch. Like, was it the Simpsons movie or whatever, where they like drop the cartoon characters into the real life
right,
type of thing? Like that's kind of what it looked like. Like I don't know if I'd want my Mario to be playing in that world.
right. It looked good.
Even if it was the Mario world that had a gloss on it, I would probably play that.
Yeah, what he made was what was the Mario world, but still,
Well, that first
it
like
was still it wasn't.
well, I thought the first minute of video was like just Mario running around like our world.
It was.
Okay. Yeah, like I wasn't interested in that. I mean, it looked great, but
Yeah, the
I
world
probably
itself.
wouldn't
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even talking about the realistic our world stuff. I'm talking about the stuff he made for it that looked exactly like Mario 64,
Hmm.
except better. Um, I feel like I wouldn't. I don't know if I, even though it looks great and I applaud him for his accomplishment, I wouldn't want to see Mario looking that way.
Yeah, I don't.
I feel like I'd rather see the more cartoony, more vibrant colors, the way we usually expect to see it. Something a Nintendo can run.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's just the next step in the evolution of gaming. They're always looking to do it better, graphics, etc. But at the same time, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, Nintendo has a formula for these things, and it
Sure.
obviously works.
And they have their own engine. No way are they ever going to use Unreal with any of their games.
Right.
I guarantee that because they have a certain look they go
Yep. It's going
for,
to say a certain look. Yep. It's
and
extremely popular.
that's not the look they want. Really more or less. I mean, more from Mario 64 to now, they look the same.
Yep.
But it's just that back on Mario 64, obviously edges were squared off, still a little bit more or less. There weren't as, obviously I'm not saying it looks the exact same thing. It's better now, but
Hmm.
still, you know what I mean.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think Nintendo would ever do it. They would never use Unreal. I think the bigger thing about that video is how good the realistic the real world settings looked. I mean,
Oh gosh, yeah.
someone needs to hire this guy
Seriously.
and make a game in those settings.
Yeah, I mean it
Because
looked awesome.
those things would look ridiculous, like so good, so close to real world. They really did. Like if you just took the Mario out of it and just had it sitting there, you could mistake it for just like looking at it.
Oh man, it was good.
And speaking of that, we'll go check for a second. It's reminding me of something. I read an article today where someone tweeted out a picture from photo mode on Draft Club of a Nissan,
Uh-huh.
one of their cars, and the official Nissan people tweeted back saying, "Hey, it looks great. When did you get her?" Some shit like that. Some of that effect.
Hmm.
And people say, "Hey, no, that's not real. That's from a video game. That's Drive Club."
Oh man,
And they went like, "Oh, I guess we didn't look close enough." Like, gosh, games look really good these days.
that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so Mario, no good with Unreal, except it is good.
Right. Good, but not good.
Yeah. So